Today, the reason, of course, that I've invited everybody down here is there were some special people that I thought it would be really wonderful to say hello to. It's been a little while since I've connected with yourselves, and I know that there's a new chapter that's starting in my life. And as this new chapter is starting, I just felt that, you know, if I can connect with people who I could perhaps look for support from, or who may be interested in supporting, and they find this particular adventure a little bit more interesting, that we're really looking forward to some support from yourselves, if possible. Today, really, I wanted to share with everybody the fact that you have known of my work. You've known the fact that I've been dancing, choreographing, training, mentoring, working on professional projects, as well as charitable, as well as community-based projects. So I enjoy the whole range of all the work I do. The reason I say that is because my life is dance. You know, that's what I live, I breathe, I feel dance. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm probably dancing, you know, and I love it. The thing is, I found that having a passion of some sort, it's really, really useful to utilize that for not just for yourself, but also contributing and sharing and enhancing not just your life, but the lives of many. And I found that over the years that I've been working in the performing arts industry, the joy that I've been getting has not been through my achievements and my work that I've done and my successes. It's been that adventure where I felt, wow, you know, somebody's life has been touched through this. Or we've been able to create such friendship in this particular community just by getting people coming together. And it's been, for me, that's the bit that's brought me a lot of joy. So I just felt 2 years ago, it was 11/11/11, when I first announced this, and I announced that I would love to set up a foundation. And the actual foundation was the HK Honey Kalaria Foundation. The reason I called it as a Honey Kalaria Foundation is because I felt I wanted people to know that I'm putting my name to that foundation, because I really would like to let you know that it means so much to me. I'm not going to call it anything else. It's my name I'm attaching to this particular foundation. And I'm really, really looking forward to doing some positive work through the foundation. Today, for the first time, after many, many years, we were set up in 1997 with our Honey's Dance Academy. And Honey's Dance Academy started off from a little corner studio, which I believe my Gapes would have known about right from the start. Wonderful, special guest. But from there, we have gone through, from strength to strength. We've grown and grown and grown. We've also been through downtimes, like everybody else would. It's not just smooth running for everybody. It's always there, but there's the roller coaster that makes it exciting and makes it fun, because that's when you grow. So we've come to the point where we felt today, from doing dance classes and dance shows, we're slowly developing into a performing arts academy. It's the first Bollywood performing arts academy, which I believe will be in the UK and the whole of Europe, really. And my aim was to utilize whatever I love doing, whatever my passion is, my hobby is, to maybe perhaps use that as mentoring, training others, and perhaps open up opportunities for them so they can grow and their careers can grow as well. For example, I'd like, before we say anything at this moment, I'd like a couple of people to just come up on stage and just tell you a few, maybe if they don't mind, Sunny, Karishma, Sarah. May I ask you to please come up on stage for me, please? Please give them a big hand. Now, we have our Sunny Patel. He's called SJ now because he wants to become a rap artist. Now, people may come up and say, well, it doesn't work. Asian community, rap, it doesn't work. Whereas mine is, no, if you dream something, go for it. If this is what you dream for, start working towards it. That's my take on it. So, Sunny, without me saying anything, can you just give us a little insight into your adventures with Honey's Dance Academy? How long have you been working with us, and what's the journey been like?
Well, the journey at Honey's Dance Academy has been absolutely amazing. I mean, as Honey said herself, she started off in 1997, and that's when I joined the academy when she first started, and I've been her first student, and hopefully I will carry on supporting her all the way through her journey to come. I think Honey's Dance Academy has given my dream a backbone it's given me the strength and the courage to carry on pursuing what I love doing the most, which is acting, dance, and now music. And the academy is on one side, but Honey herself as a person, she has never turned her back on me. Whenever I've needed her, whenever there's been opportunities for me, she has been there for me, and she has pushed me to whatever extreme she can. And I think I'm just really glad to be here today with her, standing here right by her side, and being able to give her something back and her academy back. And all I know is that the day I become this rap star that we both dream, I'm gonna make sure I take Honey's Dance Academy with me wherever I go. And if I can do it, then I'm gonna make an international performing arts academy all over the world. That's my dream, and I just hope that Honey's happy with that and Honey's okay with that. And wherever it's going to be SJ, HDA and Honey Kalaria will be there.
Oh, please give him a big hand. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sunny. Thank you. Sunny's been a little baby. I've taken him to India. I've got him to learn Hindi. He's done martial arts. He's gone up to black belt. So as somebody grows, you see that they've gone to this point where you need a bit more of a challenge. So you help them to grow to the next stage. Then you keep continuing helping them grow. And whatever they can take amongst that little threshold, you push them a little bit beyond that and keep helping them grow. And our Sunny now has become almost a mentor for the other young people. And it's really, that's a beauty, because I don't have to say much. I say, all right, Sunny, go and talk to them about this. He can talk through experience, and the idea is to really help young people excel by being motivated and inspired. Now, we have Karishma here, Karishma Bhandari. Karishma Bhandari just recently had a fantastic journey to India, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you ended up working with some amazing people, very famous artists, etc., didn't you?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
I've been with Honey's Dance Academy for about 2.5 years now, and there was an audition that came up, and it was for a Bollywood movie through Honey, and I was begging Honey on the phone. I was like, Honey, please, you have to take me to this audition. And one day, the way it just happened, she was going to meet these producers, and I was just like, Honey, I have to go. So she was like, okay, Krishma, just come with me. You're working with me, so just come with me on the audition. And I just showed up.
And take your portfolio with you.
And take my portfolio with me, dress up, look nice. So I got there and we met them. They said hi. I was saying, like, I'm with Honey's Dance Academy. We dance, we do acting, everything. And then just in the middle of a restaurant, Honey goes to me, okay, Krishma, get up, show us a bit of your dancing. So we're in the middle of this restaurant, and I'm just like, okay, I've got heels on, and I'm like, okay, and I've just started doing Sheila in the middle of this restaurant just to impress these producers. So, because they were making a film in India and they were looking for someone from London to go there. So I've just done the dance and everything like that, and then luckily I did get the part, so I was in the Bollywood movie. And last year, August, I went to India and I did take part in the movie. It's coming out this year. I had acting parts in it. I had a dance role in it, a song to myself, and people there, they were really commenting saying, your dancing's really good, have you done this before? And I was like, I've never done anything like this before. And I was like, it's thanks to Honey that I have this dance skill to be able to be on camera and be able to look natural, because without that I would probably just be all over the place. So I do thank Honey for that. And yeah, it will be coming out this year, and I know Honey's as proud as me, as I'm thankful to her that she took me that day. And I know it sounds really weird saying I dance in the middle of the restaurant, but if I hadn't have done it then, I wouldn't be where I am now or be the lead in this or do half the things, because it just boosted up my confidence.
Since then you worked in the Muppets movie.
Oh yeah.
And then you worked with, who was it? What, Twilight? Who are you working with now?
The film I did do in India, they had a Hollywood star in there, Judy Ciccone. She was in the Twilight movie, The Last Breaking Dawn Part 5. So she's actually from London, the UK, but she was in the Twilight movie. So she's actually got 2 songs in the movie that I was in with her, and I'm a big Twilight fan, so just to see her there, I was gobsmacked to be like, oh my god, I'm in the same movie as her. But yeah, since I've been back, I worked on the Muppets 2 movie with Disney. I've done an ITV thing, I've done an ITV show. Now I'm doing the main lead in Bollywood, this play that we're doing right now. So
you did some commercials and all sorts of things, TV shows.
Yeah, done the Hida Spices. I don't know if you've been seeing the Hida Spices ad on TV, but yeah, that's my face on this, going like this to the Hida Spices. So, yeah.
Well, Karishma is just another very inspiring woman, and I'll tell you what I have found People who take up opportunities are the ones who keep opening doors for themselves. You see, you can open up and you can say, look, go and do this, but she actually got up and did it. She actually said, okay, I'll bring the portfolio with me. So when you go and take steps, that's what we need these guys to do. So if there are people who are looking for opportunities and openings, then here you go. So big hand for our dear Karishma. Thank you very much. Now we have a very interesting young lady here. Today you'll be seeing her on stage as well, of course, for the show that we're going to be putting on. So Sarah, you're a nurse by profession. Mm-hmm. And how many years have you been learning at Honey's Dance Academy?
I've been with Honey's for 7.5 years now.
7.5 years. You're not a stalker, right? Because
No.
you followed me in Covent Garden, then you went to Finchley. Wherever we were, she would be there, right? Then we went to Kenton and she would follow us there. And now she's in Ilford and she travels all the way from Croydon every week and for all the rehearsals. So, Sarah, please share with us any of your experiences, really. Please.
I think many years ago, well, actually in 2003, I was Finchley Carnival Queen, and one of my princesses was actually at Honey's Dance Academy, and I became very good friends with her family, and her father one day said to me, please come home and watch my daughter dance. And so I did, and they put the music on, and I was like, what is this? And they said, this is Bollywood. And this girl, she just sort of glided across the floor. She was absolutely breathtaking. Her performance was brilliant. And I said, this is amazing. I want to do this. Who are you with? And she said, well, we're with Honey's Dance Academy. So it took me about 2 years to actually save up the money to actually go to Honey's Dance Academy. Not that it's particularly expensive, but at the time I had to be very focused, get like my house in order, and then I actually went. And that was sort of the start of 2006, and since then I haven't kind of looked back. And the reason I've stayed with Honey is because she's always inspired us. She's given us so much opportunity to do different things. We go into the classes, we learn different types of dance. We learn the Bhangra, the Bharatanatyam, all the classical dancing, as well as kind of the main sort of hip-hop and Bollywood itself. But also, Honey's always sort of driven us, she's inspired us to actually go a little bit further, and she's given us the opportunity to perform on stage and to really excel. And that's the reason why I've stayed with her. And I think without her, I probably, you know, might have given it up. I might have looked for someone else, but no, I've always wanted to stay with Honey for that reason.
Oh, well, do you know, Sarah, we are putting her forward for a TV presenting job now. So hopefully she'll be doing a wonderful little TV show of her own now. So that was really good fun as well,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
That's your next step there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So please give a big hand to our little wonderful Sarah. Thank you. So thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your wonderful little experiences, guys. Now today we have a few wonderful special guests. And just before I call them up here to perhaps share a little bit of, you know, whatever they wish to share, I just wanted to explain what we're trying to do. We're setting up the Honey Kalaria Foundation, and the Honey Kalaria Foundation's aim is to use performing arts, Indian art and culture, performing arts, dance, etc., to create more charitable projects with. So what happens is you use performing arts to bring value to others, you encourage cultural integration, you encourage global friendship, using I would say the language of dance, music, acting and performing arts. And this is something we love doing, all of us. So we felt today was our first show, the first musical that we have staged. And may I please request that all the kids who have been taking part and young people, they're going on the stage for the first time, many of them. If I could say 90% of the, 95% maybe even, 90% of those kids and young people and young adults are dancing, acting for the first time on stage. And they need a platform such as this to help to encourage them. But what I have found, it hasn't been just the show that's been the exciting bit. And this is a secret between you and us, right? Please do not tell everybody. And you can cut this and edit this out, right? From your little thing. For 2 weeks, we've been waiting for our costumes for our show. And today, you know, we find out the costume guy said to us, our costume department, guess what? Your costumes have been here for about a week now, but they're in the customs. I said, what are they doing in the customs? We need them at the show. This is what we booked it 3 months ago. And they go, well, because you've got diamonds, sparkly diamonds, which is what we said, it's glitz and glamour. Bollywood's a glitz and glamour. We want lots of shiny bits and everything in our costumes. And they said, well, the customs people think that those diamonds could be real, so they have to go through every single costume to make sure that they're not real diamonds. And I'm thinking, what's going on? But the interesting thing is if you look backstage and you look at the whole team, they came together, worked together, found solutions. That's the bit I think is more important. That people will have to understand that life is not just smooth running and it just happens and here you go, things can happen, but how you can smile and keep going through things, and that's really important. Today I have 3 special guests who I'd like to invite up on stage. And may I first of all ask Indra Bose, please give him a big hand. Now, please give him a big hand. Come on, guys. Now, you don't know, this young man is amazing, very, very talented. We just recently had a chance to work on a project. And Indra, I think one thing I could say about Indra Bose is a wonderful director. Recently, I worked on a project called Bollywood Carmen.
Hello, by the way.
It's so wonderful. I didn't see you in the front. Sorry, hello, nice to meet you again.
Bad traffic on the North Circular.
No, we'd
Sorry.
love to have you here. He's somebody who always keeps his word, so I knew he'll be here, so I didn't worry.
And I'm usually on time.
And you're usually on time as well, which I have to learn from.
Yes.
But having said that, please, Indra, when we worked on a project in Bradford. On 9th of June, our show went out to millions of people. And the main focus, one of the main focus there was also to bring the community together through Bollywood. Yeah. Would you like to share a little bit of your experience?
One thing I'd like to say, when we did this project, Honey said to me, you must get the costumes from India. And I said no, because they won't arrive on time. She said, you've got to get the costumes from India. So eventually we got the costumes from Bradford. So,
I remember that one.
Interesting story, that one you just told. I have just written and directed a show for BBC Three called Bollywood Carmen, which went out live on June the 9th. And Honey was the choreographer on that. And obviously because it was a Bollywood show, we needed about 100 dancers. And the BBC, who seemed to have spent the money on executive salaries, had the budget for 2 dancers. So we thought, how are we going to do it? So what we did in the end was we had professional dancers, and we got a whole bunch of local people to come in. And I said to Honey, it's not going to work. How can people who just dance in the disco or whatever, how can they be Bollywood dancers and dance side by side with professionals? Honey said, trust me. That was right at the beginning. And I did. It could have gone wrong. And she was right. And we took, was it 30 or 40?
Almost 40 people.
Almost 40,
yeah.
no, but I mean 30
yeah.
volunteer dancers,
Yes.
and put them with 16 professional dancers. And Honey worked her magic. And really, when the show came together, and it was live on BBC television, it was just one dance unit. And that was quite a miracle, I thought, really. But that also shows if people really want to do it, as you were talking about your dancers from your academy, if you really want to do it and you work hard and you put your life and soul into it, you can do it. And that's something that we did. And certainly when the BBC do these kind of big live shows, community involvement is very, very important. Otherwise, all you do is just a bunch of TV people come with their cameras and actors, you do your show in a place and off you go. But so it was a really wonderful occasion, and I have Honey to thank for creating the dance troupe and the dances. Yeah.
Well, Indra, I have to say thank you so much, because, I loved his perfectionism as well, because what he did was he said, look, these dancers are not strong enough, the professionals. He said, we'll do a second audition. And I'm one of the workaholics, as you know, I'm like a workaholic. I said, all right, Indra, let's just do it. Let's do some. And we did so many auditions to make sure everything was right. And on the other side, with the voluntary dancers coming on board, we did so many things that would help to get them involved as well as part of this whole big project too. So there were so many little elements that Indra would think about. It wasn't just the professional side, it's also how do we get this community group involved in this particular professional group as well. So Indra, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the opportunity, and I hope today you're going to enjoy the show with our young, inspiring upcoming talent, and your presence here will definitely mean so much to them.
Thank you.
So please give a
Very
big...
pleased to be here. Thank you.
Please give him a big hand. Thank you.
Can I get it down?
Thank you, Indra. May I ask you for a photo at the end? Okay. Okay. Now, we have Mr. Keith Prince, our dear councillor from Redbridge, and somebody I've known for a very, very long time. He's seen me also grow from strength to strength and also probably go through lots of different things. So, dear Keith Prince, may I request for you to come up here and just say a few words about how perhaps, you know, bringing Bollywood performing arts in the Redbridge community, how that would affect the UK.
Thank you. Well, I think I need to start by declaring an interest, because as a politician we have to do that. And that interest is the fact that I'm a great big fan of Honey.
Thank you.
She does amazing work. I've been leader of the council now for 4 years, and I've been on the council for just about 10 years now, and Honey's always been there. And what you do, Honey, really helps to put Redbridge, Ilford on the map, and that's much appreciated. I love the idea of you setting up the foundation. I think that's very important, and that will help. I know there's an organisation called Unite Us that you're involved with, and there's another one called the House of Hope, which that contributes clothing and food and education to young people. So that's very important, I think. But actually, when we saw those 3 young people come up today, I think that's probably one of the most important things you do, because I can tell, Honey, that not only have you taught these people how to dance, but you've also built their character. You've given them confidence. You've given them that ability to succeed. And that doesn't happen overnight, and that doesn't happen by chance. It's when you get someone who mentors people like you do. You're not just a teacher who's there, they come into the school, they get taught, and then you send them off. You can tell, especially the young man who was saying how you helped him, even helped him with martial arts and so on, and that's all character building stuff. And for me, that is what really matters, is that we change people's lives. And what you're doing, Honey, is you're not only giving people opportunities, but you're changing their lives. And that is something that I, as leader of the council, am very grateful for. But as a human being and as a Christian, I think that's important. The dancing is great, and I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you don't sleepwalk. I'm sure you sleep dance. Yeah. and that's great. But it's what's underneath there, the foundations that you put in, that's the really important thing. So thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you so much. Such lovely, encouraging words. Because, you know, the work that I have done, I would never say it's done by myself or whatever. It's all the encouragement and the support I get around me. That is what's helped us do the kind of work we do. And I know Redbridge has been a really integral part of that for me, because they've always supported and kept acknowledging all the things that motivated me further. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for your continuous support. I've been here for over 25 years now in this borough, so I'm a Redbridge girl, as they say, an Essex girl.
Well, we'll continue supporting you, because you continue to inspire us. So
thank you so much.
Very much.
Please give a big hand to Keith Prince. Thank you very much. Now, I think that we are going to be very shortly going to be making our way down to the actual show, but I have a very, very special person here as well in the audience. Somebody who also gets involved in a lot of foreign policy issues and things, I think. And I know some of you guys may not be interested in politics and etc., but you may be. But I just wanted to say there's one thing that I found very interesting about this wonderful individual. He's also very involved in, you know, developing peace, harmonious relationships between countries and various communities. And I felt that it was a really important part of what we want to do. We wish to go international. We do not want to just stay, we want to grow and become global, and we want to bring different communities together through performing arts. So that's one language which nobody's going to worry about, because we don't need to be able to understand each other. It's the actual movement that does the speaking. So please, without much further ado, I'd like to say a big welcome to dear Michael Gates, our dear MP from South Ilford. Thank you. I thought I'll save you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Is this on? It's not working.
Is it? Oh, sorry.
I'll just do without. Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, first of all, can I just say I'm delighted to be here. I've been the Member of Parliament here in this constituency, Ilford South, for the last 21 years. And so I've seen Honey perform many times herself years ago with various groups of young people, and I've seen the work that she's done with those people in the community over years. And I also believe it's quite interesting about the importance of Ilford, because Ilford is such a mixed community, and yet we have people from all communities come together and they take part in your academy and in other institutions in this borough. This building that we're in is a theatre named after an Ilford actor, Kenneth Moore. And I think it's very appropriate that you are launching your foundation here today, because it's important that the modern generation of artists and performers from Ilford are able to also go out internationally as well as nationally to put the message of the good things that come out of Ilford. And I'm delighted to be here today to give you the support, and also to say the Bollywood image and the Bollywood films is already in our British culture. I made a joke a few years ago that the film Bride and Prejudice should have been filmed not in Amritsar but in Ilford. And I actually believe that what you're doing with your academy is taking that a stage further in terms of the international contacts and the understanding. So thank you for what you do, and I wish you all the very best.
Oh, thank you so much. Please give a big hand to Mike. He's always amazing, and I've seen so much of your work and the amount of work Mike does, Mike Gapes does within the community, and I really, really appreciate that too. Today, I just wanted to say that the reason, of course, I've invited some of you guys here is because I would love to request that if there's anything you can do to perhaps guide us, to support us, advise, anything that you feel you can perhaps pass us on to some contacts that you think could help us. We are looking for partners. We're looking for organizations that we can work with, and we're looking for opportunities for our young people where we can help to teach them to become better human beings within society. So in other words, whilst they're developing their own talents and skills, we want to help them to understand that, look, other people are also important. As you grow, help others grow too. In this way, if we start with a little, with a few, we can start multiplying over some time. But we have to start from somewhere. And our aim was and is, that we would love to raise over a period of time £1 million to help towards different charitable causes, because you need to give a focus and some kind of, like a vision to our volunteers, to our groups, etc. This is what we wish to do. And the first project we're working on is to raise £25,000 for the Home of Hope, which is based in Malawi, Africa. They look after 600 orphans there, and really they need education. What we wish to do is to not just feed somebody only for a day. We would like to help them develop their skills so they can start feeding themselves and their family for the future. So this is one of the aims of ours. So that's our first project we're working on. And there will be other projects like providing scholarships to maybe multicultural audiences who may wish to learn Bollywood dancing. If we have an academy in this let's say this Redbridge, or if we can set up some kind of an academy here, it becomes like a UK Performing Arts Bollywood Academy, then we can invite people from all over the world to come and start developing their skills here, and lots of integration, cultural integration can take place. But this is just some of the things that it's like I'm skimming through what we have in mind. So in a nutshell, my message today was, I just wanted to say thank you so much to all the supporters who I've known for many years. I have invited you back here because most of you I've known for many years is because you've known of what work I've done over the period of time, and you can see perhaps through that where we can go together. And I look forward to perhaps hearing from you after. I'll be contacting all of you after this whole event finishes. If you can give me a week, that'd be great to get over this. Oh my God, it's hard work with those 4-year-olds. Yeah, but if you can give me a week to get over this, I will be contacting all of you guys. And if you can think of a way of perhaps working together, that'd be great. When I finish off today, I just want to say a big thank you to all those people who've helped us today, the volunteers, Southall TV, who's been here, Mr. Gurnam Singh, he's our director. Please stand up, Gurnamji. He's another fantastic, fantastic director. So please give him a big hand for supporting us. He has volunteered his time. Thank you very much, Gurnamji. He's volunteered his time to support and mentor the young people through the acting skills, etc. And we're looking for more people to perhaps come and just contribute in whichever way they wish to for this work. We also have Mr. Terry Chimes over here. He sits on our advisory board for the Honey Kalaria Foundation. And please stand up, dear Terry. Yeah, Terry Chimes, if you have heard of the band called The Clash, he used to be the former band member and the drummer of the band called The Clash. So please give him a big hand too. Thank you very much. Very important to have people who understand performing arts as well, to be part of this movement, as you would call it, where we can come together to perhaps help each other. So today, may I now invite everybody, please help yourself with some drinks, etc. We're going to start the show at 7 o'clock. Please give lots and lots of encouragement to these young people, and I hope you enjoy the show this evening. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for coming down.